Hello Gemini, welcome to your He Said, She Said reading for December 1st through 15th, 2018. Please say hello to Richard.
Hello Gemini.
We're here to deliver your channeled messages for this time period. We're offering still at $35 20-minute special for your own personal He Said, She Said reading. So if you're interested, you can give me an email, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. A little bit of a tough reading here, Gemini. You've drawn from the oracle of the Dragon Fae of rebirth. Now with this one, with the Dragon Fae of rebirth, it's working to heal a fracture or a fissure within the self. And it may be that whatever you're expressing to the outside is very much an energy here of not being for your highest good. What I get with this is a need to heal from karmic energy of the past that may be affecting you in some way. For some of you it is about acting out. And what I get for you that may be of great benefit is perhaps working with others in groups or workshop environments. When it comes to journeying, going deeper within. I feel that's the message here, is going deeper, working on issues here in order to get that rebirth. I feel like it's possible if you do the work, Gemini. Now from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, you've pulled the card of enchantment.
So enchantment, what it says here is, just as the presence of enchantment can delight, this card also calls for strength of character to discern wise decisions from superficial whims. Only you can determine whether you have been bestowed with a blessing to enjoy, or if you are in danger of being swept away by the tide of unconscious desire or conditioned responses.
Okay, so we'll see where this goes, Gemini. I've already meditated on your energy, so let's cut these cards. I'm using the After Tarot, and let's focus in on the energy of the person that you are thinking about here in December, what they bring to the table when it comes to you, their flaw, how they feel about you, how you feel about them, the strengths of the relationship, the weaknesses of the relationship, the potential for a healthy relationship crossed by any roadblock to that, and the outcome. So let's take a look and see what the energy is of the person that you're thinking about. And remember, the energy can be vice versa here, so keep that in mind. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay.
Nice. So a new beginning and a new possibility, possibly built on a strong foundation.
Potentially. I also see this as something that has there's prosperity attached. It's a card of practical energy, more material energy. Now what they bring to the table when it comes to you, Gemini, is the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay.
So it's possible that they're coming back to you after having left?
It's potentially the case. Someone coming back for possibly a more grounded start. It's kind of a stuck energy as well. Stuck
with not moving on.
Stuck with not moving on. Stuck with in a bad pattern, in a situation that they're either not unwilling or unable to get out of. But it's not a good situation, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, because if you look at the card in the upright, you've got sort of rough waters in the foreground. And then you've got in the background there, you've got calmer waters. So it could be looked upon as a refusal to move on to calmer waters.
Let's see what the flaw is of this person. The Hierophant in reverse. So with this, it's a very non-conformist, rebellious kind of energy here.
An energy where it doesn't, somebody is not really conforming to the rules or regular societal norms.
Let's see how they're viewing you, Gemini. The Page of Pentacles. So there's that new start, a chance a chance for a new start. I see that very strongly. They're viewing you, Gemini, or vice versa. It may be you that is viewing this person as potential to start over, potential to have what you want in terms of prosperity for the future, something that can grow. I do feel with this it is about more of a practical energy, looking at things practically. Let's see how you're viewing them, Gemini. Strength. Okay, so with this one, it's someone who is possibly providing you with support in some way, allowing you to get out of a situation where you have perhaps been trapped in a negative cycle, or doing something that was not for your highest good.
Could also be a Leo.
Could also be a Leo. Let's look at the strength. The Magician. So bringing about change, bringing about rebirth. Possibly here, someone who is able to manifest, I get it as a possibly a important changes.
Somebody, I think, who could help you heal that fracture, I think.
Let's have a look and see what the weakness here is. The Emperor in reverse. Okay. So with this, what I get is, though, and unfortunately I have to just tell you what I see here, is you're seeing this Gemini, as something that has potential for growth, to give you the support needed to bring about this change, this rebirth. However, as the flaw and the weakness, I don't see this going further. It's a non-traditional kind of energy around this. It's superficial. There's no responsibility here, either from you or the other person. It could go either way, but I'm seeing this as the other person here, Gemini, who is not who perhaps you thought they were, who you want them to be. I feel like at this stage in your life, if you're looking for something stable and secure, this is not the right person, because they're showing up here as someone who lacks the maturity,
or perhaps the follow-through.
The follow-through, someone who doesn't have that capacity to commit is really the energy that I'm getting around. It's either you or the other person.
Yeah, but it seems with the Magician there as a strength.
Somebody's wanting to get this started.
And possibly both of you wanting to get this started, and that's the strength of the relationship. You both have the capacity to get this started.
Let's look at the potential. We've got the Five of Pentacles. The roadblock is the Two of Pentacles.
Yeah, so what I'm getting there is that the potential there is for heartbreak and possibly rejection. Someone being left out in the cold. And with the Two of Pentacles, I think it's due to a choice. I think it's due to a choice between this person and another person. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. Yeah,
I get that there, on one hand, there's an opportunity to be grounded, to have something practical. On the other hand, I feel like I may be picking up three people's energy here. That the other person is not someone who is looking for the long term, looking for that commitment, looking for that strength or stability. But you are, Gemini, I feel. But yeah, I feel like there is a real capacity to be let down, to be left out in the cold here, because someone's juggling two people, two options.
I'm not sure if it's you, Gemini, or perhaps the person you're interested in.
Let's look at the outcome. The Fool. Well, with this it is about starting again, starting over.
Yeah, there's a lot of starting over energy with this reading, isn't there?
There is.
But that's good in a way. I mean, there's a lot of potential, but there's also pitfalls here too.
Yeah, I have a feeling that you're on your way, Gemini. You're on your way to perhaps healing from the past, healing some kind of energy where I get for you how you act externally is a reflection of the work that you haven't done on yourself, really. It's a need to look within, go deeper, perhaps spend some time in groups seeking support to work on that, getting that deeper understanding of perhaps why you've acted a certain way. It may be that you have relied on, I see this as the mermaid, and the mermaid in traditional stories is the someone who lures sailors to their death.
Like a siren.
Like a siren. It's kind of like that. That's the energy that I'm picking up around you, Gemini. And it's a very, very superficial on the surface. It's a reason why things haven't worked out for you in terms of getting something to last, really. It's a reason why something hasn't worked out for you. But I see that you're very kind of, I pick this up as your energy as someone who really is kind of carefree, not really worrying about, perhaps it's you that is rejecting others because you are juggling other options here. Because I feel like the Fool is your energy, is your ability to start over, to start fresh, again and again and again. It's kind of a cycle. I think that's you, because I have the other person here not moving on. Not moving on from a non-traditional, a non-committal kind of person. So I feel like it may be, for some of you Geminis, it's actually you that really is kind of that wild at heart, spontaneous, kind of carefree individual who kind of leaves the sailors wrecked after using their superficiality here in order to enchant. That's what I get. Let me get a card on the Fool. It's kind of a strange energy. It may be you, Gemini. It may be someone around you, someone that you know. Could be the opposite way around as well, but it's someone who uses superficiality in order to attract, but then it's destroyed. There's destruction. Someone ends up feeling hurt, rejected, left behind. It's kind of a cycle with you, a cycle that keeps repeating itself. But I feel that you have had the opportunity in the past for stability, but I guess
possibly even in the present,
or even in the present, that you have someone currently around you that may be offering you this choice, this chance, but yet because you haven't done the work, or this person hasn't done the work on themselves as to why they act in this particular way, and they're not able to take this offer, take this and run with it, and instead it's this kind of foolish, reckless, off on the next adventure kind of energy that I'm getting. What is this Fool card as the outcome? What is the Fool card as the outcome, please, for Gemini? What is the Fool card for Gemini? The World in reverse. It's an endless cycle. It's an endless cycle that never gets completed, because Gemini, it's either you or the opposite way around, is caught in this cycle of, it just keeps repeating around. This, first off, there's this enchantment energy of luring people in, and then once there's the opportunity to get real, for something to last, then it seems like there is rejection, possibly seeing more than one person at a time, potentially. It's about making practical choices for yourself, and I don't feel like you've done that in the past. I don't feel like you're doing it now, and it seems the energy around you or this other person here of just repeating this cycle over and over and over.
There's no closure.
There's no closure here. It's just almost like I don't want to say revolving door, but that's kind of how I get with this world in reverse. And there's no capacity for seeing this deeper. It's all very much on the surface. Okay, Gemini, well, good luck with that. If this is someone that you're around, I would look very carefully at this person to see if there's red flags of someone who is being very non-committal. I would take them at their word. So we'll leave it there, Gemini, and wish you all the very best. If you would like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. The cost is $35 for a 20-minute reading with both Richard and I. I also have the ones that I do by myself. I have the 12-month 2019 year ahead forecasts up on my Vimeo channel. So if you'd like to check those out, the link is below in the descriptions box. So wishing you all the best, Gemini.
Thank you, Gemini. Goodbye, good luck.